Hello everyone, back again with GCSE Math Solution. We're still with AQA exam board. This time is foundation level. Again, it's paper 3 from 2018. You can download this paper from the official website. We can use calculator here, and black ink is suggested, so I'll use black color most of the time. All my answers here have been double checked with a marking scheme, so there will be valid answers. And as usual, I will walk through the whole paper with all discussion and all calculations shown in the video. And I'll keep the video duration under the allowed time, which is an hour and a half. Hopefully that gives you the idea of how you should manage your time in your exam. No rushing, but don't be too slow either. Enjoy your revision! First question. Circle the value of the digit 7 in 9.17. So 7 is here, it's in the second decimal place, so I would say it is 0.07. If you ask about the fraction form, then it should be 7 divided by 100. So we have it here. Straight to question 2. Solve 3x equal to 2 and circle your answer. Okay, 3x equal to 2. Then how to find x? It's just you have to divide 2 by 3. So it's 2 by 3. One of my students like to use this triangle. So if you divide into 3 parts of the triangle and you see 3 times x, so you times this 3 times x. The answer is 2. You put this 2 here. So whenever you need to find x, x is here. You just need to put 2 at the top and then 3 at the bottom. Continue with the third question. Which of these shapes has no line of symmetry? I can't see any possibility to put line of symmetry here in shape A, so it must be the answer. But before we decide it, let's have a little check to the other options as well. This triangle, I think it should have a line of symmetry here. What about this shape? I think we can make line of symmetry here. And also this shape D, it's a half of circle, so it must have a line of symmetry here. We now confirm that A has no line of symmetry. Continue with question 4. Circle the shortest length. Well, they're in different units, so we can't just see the numbers. Let's make them into the same unit first. So we have centimeter, kilometer, meter, and millimeter. We have very big unit, very small unit. Let's just use the one in the middle. So let's make everything into meter. We compare 110 meter with everything else. So this one, if we want to write it into meters, we need to divide by 100. So it will be 12 meter. So it could be our answer because this one is shorter than 110 and we cross this out. What about this one? From kilometer to meter, you need to times it by 1000. So 0.13 times 1000, you will have 130. This one is certainly longer. This one is shorter, so we cross this out. What about this one? To convert from millimeter into meter, we need to divide it by 1000. So it's 140,000. We just have 140. This is longer. So this will be our answer because we were looking for the shortest length. Straight to question 5. Shade 2/5 of this grid. 2/5, that means the whole grid will be divided into 5 parts first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 columns, so we can divide into 5 parts by taking 2 columns each. So put a line here, put a line here, put a line here, and here. We have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. And we just need to take 2 of them. 2 out of 5. So we take 1, 2. This is the 2 part. So we just shade this. You can choose whatever you like as long as you shade this number of blocks. 8 blocks, that should be okay. You can choose any blocks of it. Now what about 5b? Shade 10% of the grid. 10% means 10% out of the number of the block. We don't know yet how many blocks is it. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have 4 rows. So we have altogether 20 blocks. And you just need to shade 10% of it. 10% times 20. It's 10% of 20, so you can just cross this percentage with this 0 and this 0. So it's 2. You just need to sheet 2 blocks of it. By the way, if you're wondering why did I cross out this percentage with this 0 and this 0, you can actually think in another way. That is 10% of 20 is equal to 10 divided by 100 times 20. So if you simplify this fraction, divide by 10, you get 1, divide by 10, you get 10. So you get actually 1 times 20, and then 10 here. When you have this fraction, you just simplify them. Divide by 10 again, you get 2. Divide by 10 again, you get 1. So 2 by 1, it's just 2. You got the same. Question 6 now. Such wants to go to all 19 home games at a football club. For each game, a ticket costs £28. A season ticket costs £379 and gives entry to all 19 home games. In total, how much does Such save by buying a season ticket? Well, okay, so he has to compare the cost of the season tickets, which is 379, with all the single tickets if he has to buy 19 times. So 19 times 28 is, let's use our calculator, 19 times 28 is 532. Well, it's obviously much more expensive than this one, but how much does he save? So we just take 532, take away 379, then the saving should be, we have this number, take away 379, so 153. That is what he saved, £153. Question 7. Link the algebra to the correct description. One has been done for you. Okay, we have a lot of things here. So this one is called formula, okay, because it has P, something to find out, and P is described by this formula. That's okay. And this one, 3x plus 6, from these 3 lines here, instead of equal sign with 2 lines, then it must be an identity. So we have identity here. Now this one has equal sign, so it must be an equation. This one is 3x plus 2 without equal sign, so it's just an expression. This one is 3x plus 2 less than 14. It's not equal sign, so it's not equation. It's inequality. Inequality, that means it's not equal. You might have this sign less than, or larger than, or less than, or equal, or larger than, or equal. All of those must be inequality. Question 8. Jim has 6 banknotes. The value of each note is £5, or £10, or £20. He can make £20 with 3 notes. He can make £55 with 4 notes. But he cannot make £25 with 3 notes, or £25 with 4 notes. List the 6 notes. Let's start our guess using this information. He can make £20 with 3 notes. So he can make the combination of £10, £5, and £5. Then it makes £20. Okay, so we confirm that he has £10, £5, and £5 notes. Now he can make 55 with 4 notes. Let's take a larger note, 20, and then 10, it makes 30. Add 10 again, it makes 40. If you add 10 again, it's only 50. So we can't use this one. Let's try another guess. 20, use a larger one. 20, it's 40, and then add 10, it's 50, and then add 5, it's 55. So you can make 20, 20, 10, and 5. He has 10, it's here. He has 5, it's here. And he has 2 of 20 notes. 20, 20. Now only one more note left. We don't know yet what it is. Let's use this information. He cannot make 25 with 3 notes. Okay, how to make 25 out of 3 notes? 10 and then it's 20. So the third one is 5. It makes 25. So let's check what he has now. £10. Yes, he has £10. Another £10. No, he doesn't have it. So it can't go there. £5. It's here. So he can't have the second of £10. Let's use this information. £25 with 4 notes. To make 25, let's start with 10 and then 5, it is 15, another 5, it's 20, and then another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 notes, it makes 25. So let's check. 10 is here, so we use 10. 5 is here, 1, 2, only 2 of 5. So this one is okay, this one is okay, he can use them, but he can't use this one. Now from this information, we found that the last note can't be 5 or 10, so it must be 20. Question 9. A music app has a shuffle play function. This means that songs are played in a random order without repeats. Part A. Ruth puts 10 songs on shuffle play. One of them is her favorite song. Write down the probability that her favorite song plays first. So the probability is 1 out of 10, so it will be just 1/10. Now let's check question B. Ted puts songs A, B, and C on shuffle play. List all the possible orders of songs A, B, and C. One has been done for you. That's this one. So after A, it plays B and it plays C. The other possibility is after A, it might be C and then B. And then B might come first and then A, C. Or B comes first and then C, A. The next possibilities are C comes first and then A, B. Or C comes first and then B, A. You see the way I make the list? Start with A and then start with B, start with C. In that way, we make sure that there is no possibility will be left out. Question 10. Here is a scale drawing. Let's see the drawing. Okay, it says the Ferris wheel has a height of 130 meters. Work out the height of the building. So this time you need to use your ruler. I'll use my ruler on the paper. My ruler shows it is 2 centimeters for this height. And then for this one, I got 9.7 centimeters. Now what is the height of the building actually? We can use this measurement. So we use scale to solve this problem. If 2 centimeter works for 130 meter, and then we want to compare with this, 9.7 centimeter should work with something meter. So this height, I'll pick a letter to make a variable, for example x. The height will be x and we are going to find what x is. So we get rid of the units first. Centimeter and centimeter, they cancel each other, and then meter and meter, they cancel each other. So we have only numbers here and one variable. Let's do the cross multiplication. We multiply this one and this one, and then we multiply later this one and that one. Now 2 times x, it is 2x, and then 9.7 times 130, let's use our calculator. 9.7 times 130, so we have 1261. 1261. So we have x now is just this number divided by 2. So let's use our calculator again. This number divided by 2, we have 630.5. 630.5, that is the answer, which is the height of the building. Question 11. Jo has a full cup of coffee. This is her cup. Now she drinks some of it. She says half of the coffee is still in the cup because 5 centimeters is a half of 10 centimeters. Is she correct? What do you think? From the height we can see that it is a half, but the coffee cup has different size of circle at the top and the bottom. So we can't say that this volume is similar with this volume. The top part of the cup has a bigger volume than the one in the bottom. So I would say she's not correct. Now give a reason for your answer. Because her cup has different size of circles between the top and the bottom, so the volume at the top part is larger than the one at the bottom. Question 12. A takeaway sells 10-inch pizzas and 12-inch pizzas. Here is some information about the numbers sold in 2 weeks. This is from week 1 and this is from week 2. They're in different forms of diagrams. That's okay. In each week, a proportion of pizzas sold were 10-inch. In which week was the proportion greater? Show working to support your answer. Let's check first the proportion of pizzas sold 10-inch in the first week. It is 512 out of 743. So the proportion will be week 1, 512 divided by 743, which is 512 divided by 743. It's 0.689. I'll say 0.69 then. 0.69. What about week 2? He sold 758 out of the total sales 1065. So you've got the proportion is 758 divided by 1065. It's 0.7117. I'll say it's 0.71. 0.71. Compared to this number, so week 2 has a greater proportion. The answer is week 2. 12b. The table shows the profit or loss the takeaway makes on each pizza. There's normal price and offer price. They make profit and they have losses as well because of the offer price. Now in week 1 the total profit was this number, and at the end of week 1 the takeaway spends this number on adverts. Was the increase in profit in week 2 more than the cost of the adverts? You must show your working. Now we have information from week 1. We just need to do something with week 2. Let's use the data from the previous page. It says sales of 10-inch pizza and then 12-inch pizza. This will be the normal price and offer price, normal price, offer price. And it says 396 here, 362 here, 164 here, and 143 here. Now we just times them with the profits or the loss. With the normal price, they have made profits 3.74. With the offer price, they have the loss 51p for each pizza, so we times it with minus 0.51. It's in pounds. And also with the 12-inch pizza, they make profit 5.29, so we times it with 5.29, and they have losses as well, minus 4p, so it's 0.04 pounds. Let's find those numbers. Use our calculator. 396 times 3.74, we got 1481.04. And then the next one, 362 times 0.51, we got 184.62. And then the third one, 164 times 5.29, we got 867.56. And then the last one, 143 times 0.04, it's 5.72, not so much loss. Okay, this one has negative sign, negative sign. Now we just need to add everything together. 1481.04, take away 184.62, and then add 867.56, then take away 5.72. We got 2158.26. Now we will see how much they have increased the profit from week 1 to week 2. So the profit in week 2, it was 2158.26. Compared to the profit from week 1, it's 1895.55. So we will see how much it increased. It's 2158.29, take away 1895.55. So it's increased 262.71. The question was the increase in profit in week 2 more than the cost of the adverts? Yes, this number is more than £175. So the answer is yes. Question 13. A car travels 3.5 miles in 5 minutes. Work out the average speed in miles per hour. So let's start with this information what we have here. 3.5 miles in 5 minutes. Per 5 minutes. Now, you want to make it into miles per hour, so it is miles per hour. Let's pick a letter for our variable. For example, I say x. So the average speed will be x miles per hour. Now we just need to find what is x. We say this will be equal with this, so we can make equation this equal sign x miles per hour. Let's work with this equation. Miles and miles cancel each other. 3.5 still here, and then 5 minutes is still here, x is still here, and times 1 per hours. I can say hour, it is 1 hour. 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I can cancel now this minutes with this minutes. So we have 3.5 divided by 5 is equal to x divided by 60. Now we just need to cross multiply them. 3.5 times 60, let's continue here, 3.5 times 60. And the other side is 5 times x, 5x. Now 3.5 times 60, 3.5 times 60, it is 210, is equal to 5x. So x is just 210 divided by 5. It is 42. 42 here, miles per hour. Let's go to the next question. A triangle has base 9 cm and perpendicular height 5.6 cm. Work out the area of the triangle. This is a triangle. So the area of a triangle is based on this formula. Half of the base and then times the height. So we have half here and the base is here, 9. And the height is here, 5.6. You just need to use our calculator. 1 divided by 2 times 9 times 5.6. So we have 25.2. 25.2, that will be our answer. Question 15. Four positive whole numbers add up to 36. One of the numbers is a multiple of 7. The other three numbers are equal. Work out the result when the four numbers are multiplied. Okay, let's use these informations one by one, starting from this one. Four positive whole numbers add up to 36. If we have four positive, one, and then add the other one, and then add the other one again, then add the other one again, so 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, there will be 36. And the second information says one of the numbers is a multiple of 7. So we can say that it is something multiplied by 7. Let's say it is a special one and the other three numbers are equal. So we use this information. Let's say if it is x and then x and then x, they're equal, then this one is different. It is y. Let's say something like that. Then we can simplify this equation into y plus 3x is 36. Now the possibility of y could be maybe 7 or maybe 14 or maybe 21 or maybe 28 or the next one is 35, but I think 35 wouldn't be possible because all of them should be 36. So if we have 35 here, then it will be too big. So either this one, or this one, or this one. What about x? X will depend on which y we have taken. Let's write 3x as 36 minus y, and then x is equal to 36 minus y divided by 3. If you can find any x as a whole number, then that will be the case. So first case, if we take y is equal to 7, then what is x? X will be 36 minus 7 divided by 3. 36 minus 7 is 29, but 29 divided by 3 is a not whole number, so we cross 7 out. Now what about the second case? If y is equal to 14, then x will be 36 minus 14 divided by 3. So it will be 2 and 2 divided by 3. And this is not whole number, so we cross this out. Let's try with the third case. X is equal to 36, take away 21, and then divide by 3. Now 36 minus 21 is, here is 1, and 5 divided by 3. So 15 divided by 3, it is 5. So x is a whole number. So we can say that y equal to 21 and then x equal to 5. And then we need to find the result of the four numbers when they're multiplied. So we need to find y times x times x times x again. So it will be 21 times 5 times 5 times 5. We can use our calculator here. 21 times 5 times 5 times 5. So we get 2625. That would be our answer. Question 16. A sketch of triangle ABC is shown. So this is a triangle A, B, and C. In the space below, complete an accurate drawing of triangle ABC. So this is not drawn accurately. Then we have to make another triangle here with the accurate measurements. So how do we do this? Let's see. The line AB is given and it's 11 centimeters. Then what we need to find is this corner C. It is 8 centimeters away from A. So we're going to use a ruler to measure the 8 centimeters. And we need to use a protractor to measure this 37 degree. So if you're ready with your tools, go together with me. We're here. From A to B, I measured on my paper, it is 11 centimeters, so it's okay. Then let's fit our protractor here on the line AB and find 37 degree. It's here. Then we make a line from A to this point. Please make the line a little bit longer because we might need it later. And now time for the ruler. It's 8 centimeters away. So we get point C here. This will be corner C. Then the last step is just to make another line from C to B. So that's it. Now 17. Simplify this expression 7x minus, in parentheses, 3x minus 2x. So I will suggest you to do the one inside the brackets first. So it will be 7x minus, this one should be 1x, 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's 1x. Then 7 minus 1, it is 6. It will be 6x. Let's go straight to 18. The computation took place in 1983. Takes place every 6 years. Circle the year in which it will also take place. Well, it's just when you add 6 and 6 and 6 again. The problem is the number will be so big. It's big, it's big, it's big. So we can't add 6 and then 6 again and then 6 again until we reach these numbers. Instead, it's a good idea to see the difference between these numbers with this number and check if they're multiple numbers of 6. Let's start with the first option. It's 2083. If we take away with 1983, it will be 100. Is 100 a multiple number of 6? I think it's not, but it's a good idea to double check. So 100 divided by 6, it doesn't give you whole number. So this is not a multiple number of 6. So we cross this option out. What about this one? 2036, take away 1983. Let's check with the calculator. 2036, take away 1983. It's 53. Is 53 actually a multiple number of 6? Let's check again. So 53 divided by 6, and it is not. If you remember your timetables, that would be good. You know it's not multiple number of 6. Now what about 2049? Let's do it directly here. 2049, take away 1983. It is 66. It is a multiple number of 6. Yes, for sure, it's 11. So we've got our answer here actually. This will be the one. If you want to check the other one, that's okay. But I don't want to do that because I want to save time. Let's continue with 19. In an election, there were 4 candidates, J, K, L, and M. Friend is drawing a pie chart to show their results. The sector for J and K have been drawn. It is J, and K is there. Now the questions. Twice as many people voted for L as voted for M. Complete the pie chart. If we say L and M, one is here and one is here, we need to find a line to make the separate sectors between them. It says twice as many people voted for L. So L is twice as many as M. I'll say that L is 2 times M. Now we'll see it is 72 and this one is 90 degree. We want to check how much is for this one and how much for this one. For the whole circle, it's 360 degree. So we will say J plus K plus L plus M. They should make 360 degree. And J, we know it is 72. For K, we know it's 90 degree. For L, we know only a clue of it, so it's 2m. I replace L by 2m because I want to get rid of L variable. So we have only m variable here. It is m and still 360 degree. 72 add 90, it's 162. And we have 2m and m, it should make 3m. It's 360. It's degree and it's degree as well actually. Degree and degree. So 3m is 360 degree minus 162 degree. Then it is still 3m. This one I'll use calculator. 360, take away 162, it's 198. 198. Then m is just 198 divided by 3. We have the number 198 divided by 3, so it's 66. 66 for m, that means L will be 2 times 66, and it will be 132. Now if you use your protractor very carefully to make 66 degree here and make the line something like this, then you will have the rest of it 132 degree. So that's it. 19b. Altogether, 16,200 people voted. How many voted for J? Let's check the partition of J first. Here we can see J has 72 degree out of 360 degree. So let's calculate 72 out of 360, and the whole voter, there are 16,200 people. Let's just use our calculator. 72 divided by 360 times 16,200. That makes 3,240. So that's how many people voted for J. Question 20. The probability that A is the outcome of an experiment is 0.2. Circle the probability that A is not the outcome. So it's the opposite of A is the outcome of it. It is 1 take away 0.2. It is 0.8. It is, why is it 1? Because 1 is the probability of the whole thing's happening. So we always use the number 1 as a total of probabilities of anything happen. Let's go straight to question 21. Rearrange E equal to 2F to make F the subject. So we want to leave F alone. If E is equal to F, then F will be E divided by 2. It's just moving 2 to the left hand side. It should go down here. So we have the answer. F is equal to E divided by 2. It's this one. As I said earlier in this paper, one of my students liked to use this triangle to define which one should be divided by which one. So if we have 2 times F like this, we make 2 times F here, and then the result is E. We put E here. So to make F the subject, we know E always on the top and 2 always in the bottom. So E by 2. You can also use this trick if you like. 22. Here is a rule for a sequence. After the first 2 terms, each term is half the sum of the previous 2 terms. And the first part, 22a, here is a sequence that follows this rule. 2, 10, 6, and something and something and something. We need to show that the 6th term is the first one that is not a whole number. So it might be a fraction or decimal something. Now, the first 2 terms, 2 and 10, so we sum them, becomes 12, and then half them. So it is half of the sum. Half of the sum of the previous 2 terms. So 2 at 10, it's 12, and then half of 12, it's 6. Okay, now we take these 2 terms, 10 plus 6, it's 16, and half of 16 is 8. Now we take these 2 terms, 6 and 8, we add them. 6 plus 8 is 14, then half of 14 is 7. Now for the next term, 8 plus 7 is 15, and half of 15 is 7.5. So we know this is the first term that is not a whole number. We have shown this, but if you want to show it properly, let's write this. Half of 10 plus 6 is 8, and then half of 6 plus 8 is 7, and then half of 8 plus 7 is 7.5. So this is not a whole number. And now the continuation question is, a different sequence follows the same rule. You remember the rule? Half of the sum of the previous 2 terms. So if the first term is 4, it is 4 here, and the third term is here, 9.5. And what is the second term? Should be here. Let's pick a letter for the variable x. So we have half of 4 plus x is equal to 9.5. Let's move half into the right hand side, so we will have 4 plus x alone without the brackets. We have 9.5 and the half moved here into 2. It's actually 2 by 1. So 4 plus x is 9.5 times 2 is 19. So x is 19, take away 4. Then x is 15. So here should be 15. Let's write it down, 15, here on the answer column. That's it. Question 23. In a group of 20 people, 7 own a dog, 3 own a cat, 12 do not own a dog or a cat. A then shows the information on a Venn diagram. This is the Venn diagram. This circle for owning the dog and this circle for owning a cat. It says 7 and 3. I think he made it based on this information. Now make 2 criticisms of his Venn diagram. What do you think is wrong with this diagram? Let's check with this information given here. If 7 is here and 3 is here and 12 people do not own a dog or a cat, then the total number of them is 7 at 3 at 12. It is 10, so it's 22. But there are only 20 people actually. So this number is incorrect. There must be some number here that among these people, some of them will own both dog and cats. Let's write it down as our first criticism. Some of the dog owners and cat owners must own both dog and cats. We should make a number x here. So 3 take away x and then 7 take away x. Then the number 7 should be 7 minus x and 3 should be 3 minus x with x in the intersection. It seems too long answer. Please make your own sentences nicer than mine. Now the second criticism is about this number 12. Because 12 people, they're among this group of 20 people. So this 12 couldn't be here. It should be in the side. It should be here. The number 12 should be inside the box. It should be inside. (24) A is a common factor of 72 and 120. B is a common multiple of 6 and 9. Work out the highest possible value of A divided by B. To get this fraction as high as possible, we need to get A very, very high. And we need to get the B very, very low. You know why? A big number divided by a small number, that will make a very big number. That's the reason. So we need to find A as high as possible, as big number as possible. Now A is common factor of 72 and 120. Let's make our list of factors of 72. So if I divide by 1, I got 72 itself. It's very obvious. Now if I divide by 2, I'll get 36. What if I divide by 3? 72 divided by 3, 24. What if I divide by 4? Now I think I need a calculator. 72 divided by 4. It's 18. What about 5? I think we need to skip 5. What about 6? 72 divided by 6 should be 12. Yes, it is. Is there anything else? Divide by 7? It's not possible. Divide by 8? Yes, if you remember your timetables, it's 9. And then after 8, it's 9, but 9 is here. So I think we should stop here. These are the factors of 72. Now let's make the same list for 120. So if we divide by 1, it's 120. We divide by 2, we get 60. Divide by 3, we got 40. Divide by 4, we got 30. Divide by 5, we got 24. Divide by 6, we get 20. Divide by 7, it's not possible. Divide by 8, what is this? 120. Divide by 8, it's 15. Can you divide it by 9? I don't think so. Divide by 10, you get 12. 11, no. 12, you get 10. So you get back here. Okay, we stop there. Now A is a common factor between this and this. Let's find the biggest number possible. Start with this one. 72. This is the biggest number, but we can't find 72 here. 36. There's no 36 here. 24. Yes, it is 24. So we have our A now. A is 24. Let's find B. B is common multiple of 6 and 9. And we just need B to be very, very, very low. So common multiple of 6. It is 6, and then 12. You add 6 again. 6 again, so 24. You add 6 again is 30, and then 36, and then so on. While the multiple number of 9, it is 18, and so on. I stop here because I have seen this. This is the common multiple number of 6 and 9, and we just need as low as possible, so we take the first one, it is 18. So our B is 18. Now we just need to find the fraction between A and B. A divided by B is 24 over 18. So if you simplify this fraction, you can divide by 6, you get 3. Divide by 6, you get 4. So it's 4 by 3. That would be our answer. I hope you enjoyed that. Question 25. A and B are similar shapes. B is an enlargement of A with scale factor 1.5. So this is A and this is B. Work out the values of x, h, and w. X is here. Okay, it's an angle because they're similar shapes, so the angle x should be the same with the angle 54. So x is 54. What about h? H is here. In A, this side is 5 centimeters, and in B, it is h. So h must be 1.5 times longer than 5 centimeters. So we can say h is 1.5 times 5, so it should be 7.5 centimeter. And the last one is W. W is here, small one, and this is 9 centimeters in the bigger one. So W must be 9 centimeters divided by 1.5. So we have W is equal to 9 divided by 1.5. It should be 6 centimeter. Let's write it down here. X, it is 54, and h is 7.5 centimeters here, and then w is 6. It's also centimeter. Question 26. Investment A, save £150 per month for 2 years, and then 2.5% interest is added to the total amount saved. While investment B, invest £3,500, compound interest is added at 3% per year. After 2 years, how much more is investment B worth than investment A? Let's compare investment A and B. We take A first. If you save for 2 years times 12 months in a year and then 150 every time you save, you'll get this number. 2 times 12 times 150, then you get 3,600. It's in pounds, and then the interest is 2.5%. 2.5% of your saving, that is 3,600. So let's cancel this percentage with these 2 zeros, and now 2.5 times 36, it's 90. This is your interest. So at the end of the second year, you will have your saving becomes £3,690. What about investment B? Because it's compound interest added 3% per year. So we have 1 at 3%. And we have the power of 2. The reason we have square here because it's 2 years. If it's 3 years, you have the power 3. If it's 4 years, then the power is 4, and so on and so forth. And then you times it with your original investment, 3,500. So you know this one is 0.13. You square it and then you times it. Let's use our calculator here. 1.03 square times 3,500. You get 3,713.15. Let's write it down. Now you can see that the money from investment B is a bit larger than investment A. But how much more is investment B worth than investment A? So we need to find the difference between them. So we just take away 3,713.15, take away 3,690, which is this number, take away 3690. So you get 23.15. Let's write it down here. The difference is 23.15 pounds. That's it. Question 27, Part A. Show that the lines y equal to 3x plus 7 and 2y minus 6x equal to 8 are parallel. Do not use the graphical method. Well, we are not allowed to draw anything. Then how to show that two lines are parallel? We can do it by comparing the slope of each line. Let's see, the first line, y equal to 3x plus 7, it has a slope of 3. What about this one? What's the slope here? Let's have a little refreshment with the slope of a line. So the general formula of a line is y is equal to ax plus b. And a will be the slope, b is just a constant. Our first line here, 3x plus 7, is in this form, so our a is 3. This is our slope. While here, we need to make a little bit of modification. If 2y minus 6x is equal to 8, then I move 6x to the right, so we have 2y equal to 6x plus 8 at the right hand side. And we still have 2y here. We want to leave y alone because y should be alone here. So y is equal to 3x plus 4. The reason is that I divide the whole equation by 2. So 2y becomes y, 6x becomes 3x, and 8 becomes 4. Now we have our second line in the general form of a line here. So we can say the slope is 3. They both have the same slopes, so they are parallel. They both have the same slopes, which is 3. So these two lines are parallel. Question part B. Is the point minus 5 minus 6 above, below, or on the line of y equal to 3x plus 7? Tick one box. You must show your working and do not use a graphical method. Again, we are not allowed to draw anything, so let's check it algebraically. Let's take x is equal to minus 5 and put it here. The line is y equal to 3x plus 7. If we take x equal to minus 5, then we have 3 times minus 5 and then add 7. So we have minus 15 plus 7. It's minus 8. So we know that this line will go to this point, minus 5, minus 8. Compared to this point here, minus 5, minus 6, then minus 8 should be below minus 6. So this point should be above the line. That's it. 28. The cost of a ticket increases by 10% to £19.25. Work out the original cost. Let's first pick a letter for a variable. We assume that the original cost is x, so we're looking for x. So from the original cost, it is x. Add by the increment. The increment is 10% of x, 10% times x. That will be the end price of the ticket, 19.25. So we have x at 10% of x. I can say that 10% is 0.1 of x. So we just simplify this equation into this equation. So we have x at 0.1x, it's 1.1x. It's equal to 19.25. So x is just 19.25 divided by 1.1. Let's use our calculator. 19.25 divided by 1.1. It's 17.5. That will be the original price of the tickets. That's it. Question 29. Towards the end of the paper, the nth term of a sequence is 12n minus 5. Work out the numbers in a sequence that have 2 digits and are not prime. Let's make a list of the sequence first. When n is equal to 1, then 12n is 12 times 1. Take away 5, it's 12, and then we take 5 away, so it's 7. This will be the first term. When n is equal to 2, then the second term will be 12 times 2, take away 5, it's 24, take away 5, it's 19. We start having the 2 digits as it is required here. Now, 19 is a prime number, so we can't take this because it says it has to be not prime number. Let's carry on with n equal to 3. Then 12 times 3 minus 5 is 36, minus 5, so it's 31. And 31 is still prime number. Let's carry on. N equal to 4, then it's 12 times 4 minus 5. It's 48, take away 5, it's 43. And again, it's still prime number. N is equal to 5, 12 times 5 minus 5, then it's 60, minus 5 is 55. And finally, we have 2 digits, which is not prime number. So we can take this one. It seems we are done with the question, but it says numbers, so we have to find more than one actually. Let's continue with n equal to 6. So 12 times 6 minus 5 is 72, minus 5, it will be 67. And again, it's a prime number, so we have to carry on. Let's try with n equal to 7. Then 12 times 7 minus 5 is 12 times 7, take away 5, 79. And again, 79 is a prime number. We have to work again with n equal to 8. So 12 times 8 minus 5. Let's do it on calculator. 12 times 8 minus 5, it's 91. Is 91 a prime number? No, it's not, because it's multiple number of 7. So we can take this one as well. 91 and 55. That should be okay. We have 2 answers. Then we are done. 55 and 91. Question 30. Finally, the last question on the paper. So we have A is a factor, B and C, they're all factors. Work out A plus B plus C. So A plus B plus C is just 6 minus 10, add minus 1 and 2, add minus 4 and 7. So it will be 6 minus 1 is 5 minus 4, then it's only 1. So 1 here, and then minus 10 plus 2 is minus 8, plus 7, minus 8 plus 7 is minus 1. So we've got our answer, it is 1 minus 1. That's it. We continue with the very last question. Show that A plus 2C is equal to KB, where K is an integer. Let's write this equation first. We have A plus 2C is equal to KB. Now A is from here, 6 minus 10, add 2C, and C is minus 4, 7. That will be equal with K times B, and B is from here, minus 1, 2. Now let's simplify this equation. We have 6 minus 10, add this one is 2 times minus 4, minus 8. 2 times 7 is 14. We still have K here, minus 1 and 2. Now 6 minus 8 is minus 2. Minus 10 plus 14, it's 4. That will be K. This one minus 1 and this one is 2. To find K, you can use either the first element or the second element of the vector. If you take the first element, then it will be minus 2 divided by minus 1, and you get 2. Or if you like to take the second element, that's also fine. So K is 4 divided by 2 here. 4 divided by 2, and you still get 2. K is equal to 2, so we have shown that K is an integer. And we are done. Yes, we are at the end of the video, finally. Thank you all of you, you made it. I hope you enjoyed it and got some benefit for your own revision. I wish you all the best at the coming exam, and God bless.